everyone, Joshua Myers, and before I get started on this review, I would like to say, first of all, that if you notice anything with my voice, that's probably because of the fact that I just came down with something really bad. I think it's just a normal cold. I'm not so certain, but yeah, for the most part, I came down with a cold. And if you could tell that in my voice, I do apologize. But I felt like this review needed to get done. Might as well do it when I feel somewhat good. So yeah. And also, I would like to point out that my laptop just recently died on me, actually. So, like, completely 100% died. So, it's either going to have to be a week from now or just until Christmas until I'm able to upload more videos because of that. So, but I figured while waiting for that, I might as well still film videos. So, and the movie I'm going to be reviewing today is Captain Marvel from 2019.
So, Skrulls are the bad guys. And you're a Kree, a race of noble warriors.
Heroes. Noble warrior heroes.
Your life began the day it nearly ended. We found you. With no memory, we made you one of us. So you could live longer, stronger, superior. You were reborn.
I keep having these memories. Something in my past is the key to all of this.
You know how to fly this thing?
We'll see.
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Would you like to know what you really are?
I think I had a life here. What aren't you telling me?
You've come a long way, but you're not as strong as you think. This war is just the beginning.
I'm not gonna fight your war. I'm gonna end it.
Aren't you the cutest little thing? Aren't you cute? And what's your name, huh?
Fury.
What's cute? I'll be back.
Captain Marvel stars Brie Larson, Samuel Jackson, Clark Gregg, and it's directed by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck. The plot of Captain Marvel is that it focuses on Captain Marvel. Basically it's just about her discovering who she is, because her memory has been distorted and everything. So you get glimpses here and there of her past as she's figuring out what her past was, and ultimately taking on the mantle of Captain Marvel, and ultimately becoming a hero. So, it's yet another superhero origin story. So, yeah. What are my positives with Captain Marvel? Now, before I get into that, I will say this. I don't know much about Captain Marvel, other than this film. I never read the comics, nothing like that. I don't even know if this is accurate to her portrayal. I don't know if this is even accurate to how she was portrayed in the comics, so. But for me, I'm just going to judge this as a movie. And, so yeah. And I do have some things I like, some things I didn't like, so let's get on to that. For me, for me, one of the things I liked actually is that, you know, I did like some characters actually. I liked, of course, Samuel Jackson was pretty good in this as Nick Fury. Although I would say, although not his best performance as Nick Fury. Although I'll get to that in my negatives. I also really actually, a lot of people did not like the cat in this movie. Like, there's this cat that Samuel Jackson ends up kind of bringing along. It's like this kind of alien cat, and most people didn't like that. I actually did. I thought it'd be funny in that, and even times charming. So yeah, so I did like that. I also liked at times like Brie Larson and Samuel Jackson's back and forth with each other. At times it was pretty funny, actually. But the one thing I did like the most were the Skrulls. The Skrulls were very interesting characters, I thought. And, you know, like, not only are they interesting characters, and I really did like them, but I also liked their design. Their design was pretty fucking cool. Like, seriously, if there's a Silicon Max of a Skrull, I wouldn't mind getting one. I actually wouldn't. And also, some of the action is okay, so. And honestly, those are my only real positives with this. What are my negatives with Captain Marvel? Honestly, for me, a lot of it stems from writing perspective and, like, just from character development, the story, the pacing. Also, some of the visuals aren't that interesting. Like, it really does feel like Marvel Phase 1. Like, this felt like a movie that came out during Phase 1 of the MCU. Which, again, not taking anything away from, like, the first Iron Man movie, which if it wasn't for that film, we wouldn't be getting all these movies. But, like, we expect a lot more at this point. You know? And it's just at the end of the day, another kind of bland origin story. Which I don't mind if they did an origin story. I just wish it was fleshed out a lot better. Like, there was a lot of times where it's like, it like the pacing felt off at times, and yeah, just, I had issue with the writing, actually, I did. And, knowing that, let's talk about Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. I think there's some moments where I'm like, okay, I think she could have done a great job in this role. I really do. Especially the back and forth between her and Samuel Jackson, like I mentioned, which was a big plus in that regard. But most of the movie, she's basically unemotional. There's times where she's trying to emote, but it's like, most of her facial expressions is either just like this, or like just moving her mouth a little bit, and that's not interesting. And most of her character, at least even to the way she sounds very robotic a lot of times. Which maybe that's what they were going for. I don't know. I wasn't there. Considering the story and that, but it's just not very interesting. Actually, it doesn't get you to where you care about this character. Because for me, I think the best types of characters are characters that show quite a bit of emotion, just natural emotion, and have really great personalities and that. But they seem like normal, everyday people. Even if they have superpowers and that, it's like, yeah, I could see myself hanging out with this person. And I didn't really get that vibe from Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. I really didn't, actually. Like, for me, I could see myself more hanging out with somebody like Tom Holland's Peter Parker. I could seriously see myself hanging out with that character more than I could see myself hanging out with Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. Like, seriously, it was, I don't know what was behind the writers and director's mindset at this, but it was just so uninteresting. It's like, it got you to where you did not care about this character really at all. And it's like, again, it's like, there's some moments where she does try to emote, but it almost feels like she's restrained by this movie to emote or anything. It's like, or have a personality of her own and everything. It's like, and there's some snippets in there where I'm like, okay, that could have been good. But, yeah. Also, like I said, I thought the action was a bit, was good, okay. But a lot of the times it just felt like stuff we've already seen before, actually. Just for the action, and it's just kind of dull. Knowing that the lighting is not that great. The lighting and cinematography, honestly, like, a lot of it's very darkly lit and everything. Like, they washed out a lot of the colors, and yeah, I didn't really care for that. And, especially since recently I saw Aquaman, and I was, like, amazed by the cinematography in that film. Like, from the colors, the lighting, just everything. I was amazed by it. It looked great on my brother's kind of, like, old, kind of, sort of crappy TV. Like, it looked great on that. If I were to have this play on his TV, it probably wouldn't look as great as Aquaman. In fact, I bet you could probably be barely able to see what's going on. So, yeah, I was disappointed by that. So with that said, I'm going to give Captain Marvel a 3 out of 5 stars. Honestly, when I first saw the movie, I did give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, but after a while processing the movie, I just think it's okay. Either way, I would have just thought it was okay, actually. There's some stuff I did thought was okay, some stuff I really actually loved. But there was some stuff I felt like could have either been changed or just removed or added in or just all that stuff. And honestly, there was this whole controversy surrounding this movie, and I don't even know what the controversy was, but it was like from both extremes, just either completely adoring the movie or completely hating the movie. And if you love the movie, you get bashed. If you hated the movie, you get bashed. It was basically like the situation with the Ghostbusters reboot again. And I don't even know what all that was about. Honestly, I think this film wasn't even worth, the bashing between both sides or anything, because I just thought it was okay. Like, it wasn't the worst thing I ever saw. For me, so far, that's still the Black Christmas remake from 2006. So it wasn't like that type of levels of bad, but it also wasn't great either. Like, one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I just thought it was okay. Definitely needed some improvements. That's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. Hopefully I'll be feeling a lot better when that happens. So, yeah. Bye.